Wait, for this reason.
Do you hear that? I hear choppers. Is that SWAT? They're coming for us.
I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George, I hop in the Porsche, it's 5 and a horse, I'm ready for war, I'm coming for throats, to turn to a ghost, I need to know everything.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Q-Tip and the Short Guy. I'm the Kid Dre.
And I'm D.
Whoop whoop! Sorry.
This past weekend was the Super Bowl. And I want to start off by talking about the halftime show. Did you watch the halftime show?
I did watch the halftime show. I did not watch the Super Bowl. I do know that my son's favorite team won, so he's happy. But I did watch the Super Bowl. I mean, the halftime show.
I also watched the halftime show. That was probably the only thing that I watched.
It's the only thing that really mattered. Well, I mean, in the national anthem that you said you watched.
Oh, yeah, because
Demi
as
Lovato.
I stated in the last episode, I love me some Demi Lovato, and Demi Lovato did the national anthem, and she killed it. She killed it. Anyway.
Oh, now your voice gets loud. Okay.
That hurt. I just want to let you know.
that's like fucking a normal. Depending on my mood, that's a normal tone for me. But anyways, alright. So, what do you think about that?
What did I think about the halftime show?
Yeah.
I thought,
in general, let's not dissect it.
No,
I just want to know in general. What do you think? Yeah or nay?
Yeah, I thought it was a really good halftime show.
Absolutely.
I thought it was one of the better halftime shows that have happened. Actually, I think all the halftime shows are good. To be honest,
Except for no, some of them are not good.
And I was telling everyone who I spoke to after the Super Bowl, I was like, yo, J-Lo and Shakira look like they're having a lot of fun up there. And I need a job like that, where I can just have fun like that. Because they look like they were having a lot of fun. And all their dancers, it looked like it was fun.
Yeah.
But I was also like, I understand that up until that point, it probably wasn't a fun experience because they were
it's a lot of practice,
stressing,
yeah,
probably messing up all the time. Like, no, gotta start again. It has to be perfect because it's the Super Bowl.
It
and
is, yeah.
More than above average people are watching.
Everyone's watching.
Yes,
everyone watches.
Literally,
except for the two of us. Everyone watches the Super Bowl.
No. If you don't watch the Super Bowl, you watch the halftime show.
That's true. Yeah,
literally.
Good point.
Everyone.
Good point.
Everyone is watching this.
I think this is the first year I actually did not watch the Super Bowl.
Yeah, this is probably the first year that I didn't watch it too.
I don't know.
Only because Patriots didn't make it.
That is not why. I enjoy the Super Bowl regardless. But I don't know. I just didn't.
I also just don't have cable, so.
Then I should have had a fucking Super Bowl party. Like I was trying to have everybody come over.
Well, you didn't invite me. You didn't say, "Hey, I'm having a Super Bowl party. Why don't you come over?" So you failed. You failed.
I did. That was so on me. But then again, I also went to sleep at like 9, which I missed the whole thing. But anyways,
Definitely.
I missed the entire fucking. I got text. My mom texted me and was like. Something about
it barely even started when you fell asleep.
I woke up and I was like, I did not watch the game. I'm sorry, but I did go back and I watched the halftime show, and I must say, the number one thing I want to say is Shakira did it for me. Like I was like, oh,
you know, a lot of people said that.
I was like, okay.
A lot of people said that.
I was like, your hips still don't lie. God damn. like, shit, what are you doing?
She's in her, what did they say, 40?
She's like 40-something.
40-something.
She's 40-something and J-Lo's 50.
J-Lo's 50.
I don't need to say that J-Lo did it, but she did it. After I watched the YouTube video of the halftime show, I had to go put on the I'm still Jenny from the block, and then I was jamming to J-Lo classics the rest of the day. I was like, she fucking killed that shit. I want to be able to do that shit when I'm that age. Well, not all of it,
dancing
but
on poles and shaking hands.
like what I meant was I want to be able to still be that mobile at 50.
No judgment. If you want to,
listen, if I want to dance on a pole, I'm gonna dance on a fucking pole.
Then that's go for it.
So you know what I thought was funny though, that they were like, "Oh, Shakira wore the same outfit that she wore in Zootopia." I was like, "Yo, who the fuck made these memes, bro? Yo, y'all are so trash." Oh, I was dying, but like, she did though, and it's okay because that was supposed to be her. I don't know. That shit was funny though. Whoever be making them memes, hats off to you. But that shit was funny. I saw that and I was like, people are not shit. They are absolutely unshit. Unshit.
Unshit.
You are unshit. You're not the shit. You are not just shit. You are unshit. All right? I'm sorry. I gotta catch my fucking breath. I don't have water right now.
Also, a lot of memes that have been going around are like, J-Lo at 50?
Me at 50. Yeah. But like honestly, I don't think, and that I don't know. I kind of want to. There's something I kind of want to talk about with the whole J-Lo's performance, but I really do want to not explain, but stress pole dancing is a very core focus.
I was thinking that too.
That bitch. I
was like, she 50 and she got a core like that? Because
I can't even do sit up. Sit up. Like, damn, yo.
It's like,
I was like,
oh my gosh.
Man, I was watching that shit and I was looking down at my stomach like, y'all need to get it the fuck together. y'all need to group.
You watching this?
Re the fuck group. It's supposed to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that. Just a 6-pack. You guys right now are 1. It's not working, okay? We need to fix it. Goddamn 50-year-old woman doing the Did you see? She just put her arms out and was spinning. I was like, goddamn. She just shut the whole fucking planet down. That's it. We done. I'ma just head out. It was crazy, yo. I'ma just go now. I'm sorry. Alright, she embarrassed us all. Yo, but I have a few things, right? So I watched. I would hate to be the one. I'm gonna be the one. It is Black History Month, so let's go there. I was watching The Real, and I showed you the clip, right? So Adrian said that a lot of people talking about it being not family friendly. I'm assuming a lot of people is uncultured. I'm gonna say uncultured. I'm not gonna say a specific group. And that she said,
I'm pretty sure we all know what group you're talking about.
Say a specific group.
We all know what group you're talking about.
No, not me. I wasn't talking about. She was talking about.
No, but you said uncultured.
I'm gonna say uncultured. I'm assuming she meant uncultured in one specific. Sorry. But one specific ethnicity. That's what I meant to say, not Caucasian.
It's not ethnicity.
Caucasian is white. That's not an ethnicity. What the fuck? How is that not an ethnicity? I'm gonna let you come up with an answer for that.
Yeah, just let me ponder.
Okay.
Just let me ponder.
And anyways, but so like I said, I'm assuming that's what she meant. I have to give my opinion real fast. Not that my opinion matters.
What is your opinion?
I agree that it was definitely not family friendly. I will say it was less than family friendly. Because there was a part where her daughter came out, so that was family friendly. But
okay. I was like,
there was a lot of booty shaking,
but I see the booty shaking as something cultural, and I feel like that's what that whole performance
I get that.
was.
No, get that. 100% get it.
I feel like that whole...
But I'm gonna say it let me say it like this real fast. Okay?
Even when she was like,
if you
the
were my
USA,
son's age,
and
you
she
were
had the
my son's
Jamaican flag.
age, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And you was with your mother wouldn't go, oh my goodness.
My mom?
Your mom.
I don't know.
I would be like, I would tell my son, turn that off. Why are you watching that? When he watches YouTube,
You know what?
when he watches YouTubes, because I'm a fucking 80-year-old man. YouTube. When you're watching the YouTubes, I don't want to see the ass
She
shaking.
probably would have, because I'm just thinking about like old BET 106 and Park.
Thank you.
And
That's my only point. My only point is that's the same thing with the whole Lizzo with the hole in, which besides that it was inappropriate, is why are you wearing those pants and sitting on bleachers? That's nasty.
But
That's
I feel like-
unsanitary. But
But I feel like that's a whole nother thing. Because
no, it's not, because it's still a public thing.
Because the whole performance was a cultural thing. You
Yes.
can't tell a Spanish person that she
Nah.
can't shake her ass
What?
when she's singing
Okay.
a Spanish song and she's a Latina artist. Like,
Okay.
you're taking
But-
something out.
But
You're
Chata
taking-
is also a Latino
and they did,
dance.
and they danced. They did the salsa. Shakira did the salsa. Why are you looking at me like that?
Meg, I don't listen. All I'm saying is, as a parent of a
And I
10-year-old
can-
boy, I would have been like, stop watching that if he had that on
And
YouTube.
I can understand where people are coming from when they say that it wasn't family appropriate. Like, yes, I see what you're
that's
talking
all. That's all
about
I'm saying.
when they're shaking their asses, but I see it as they are embracing their culture.
I'm not. No,
And-
yeah, I'm not arguing that it's not their culture. I dated a Puerto Rican. I experienced a lot of that. Man, they had parties all the fucking. But it was reggaeton every fucking night and Coronas. Like, we was just.
bimbo.
Yo, we was fucking chilling. Rice and beans was the meal every night, and it was bomb. I can make that shit for you. If you want. Like she told me how to make it. That I'm proud of. But anyways, that's not the point. The point is, I 100% know that's their culture. I'm not saying like that it's wrong for them to have been doing what they were doing because
but there are
I'm just
people-
saying it. I'm just
but
saying
there are
I can
people
see
that-
where it's not family friendly. I can see where it's not family friendly due to the fact that I do have a child that if he was watching something and I saw some booty shaking, I would have been like, you need to turn that off now.
But are people saying that about Adam Levine's performance?
Yes, and I was going to make a point. I'm like, because we write shit down, so I'm gonna go.
He writes stuff down.
Where was it? This is what I wrote. A lot of booty shaking, ass out. But it. Okay. I know for some they don't. Okay, so I get it. Like I said, this is what I wrote. That there was a lot of things. I get it's about the culture, and that a lot of people don't understand that it's just dancing. And it's not. It wasn't all to be sexy. It was to be sexy, but it wasn't. It wasn't about it. It was about the culture, especially with that specific performance with the two of them. And then I wrote, but it's always been that way. Every year, the Pepsi halftime show is sexual, and for the uncultured people who don't believe me, go watch Mick Jagger dance. He dances with all hips, more than some. And then I said, and Adam Levine wasn't at a beach, and he had no shirt on, and he was singing moves like Jagger, so his entire body was fucking gyrating and moving his hips. That was sexual. I agree that it's always been sexual.
So we're okay with our kids watching that.
No, I'm not okay with him. I would say the same shit. I'd be like, why are you watching that? I would tell him, turn that off. First off, that is not something you should be watching. Like I'm not saying this is more sexual than the last one or blah 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 blah. I'm just saying I can see the point where they're coming from.
But
if they don't think
people who
for the people who
see
say that,
yeah.
for the people who say that no, this was inappropriate, but they didn't say it about any other performance. Fuck you. You're fucking dumb. You're wrong because I'm 100% sure that was not the first fucking halftime show since the history of the halftime shows where it was less than family friendly, because it's not the first time. So basically what I'm saying is,
Nigga number 2.
basically what I'm saying is, I'm right here. I'm on two sides. I'm looking at both sides, and the side that's like it's not family friendly because they was asses shaking. Got that. But for the side that's like it's the first time in history that we had Latino women and they were being so unfamily friendly. You're wrong. Go fuck yourself. That's basically what it comes down into a nutshell. And like I said, pole dancing, if that's where your focus is not it's not sexual. It is.
That's very cultural too.
It is, but pole dancing is.
That's a whole exercise.
It's an exercise, yeah. It's more of an exercise and a performance, and a fucking 50-year-old did it. So shut the fuck up. Who cares if it's sexual, anyways? Like, just be awed by the fact.
J-Lo.
It's not even that. It's not. I don't give a fuck who the fuck. I don't care if it was my friend's mother. If she was 50 years old doing that shit, I'd be like, rob the fuck up.
No.
Rob the fuck up. No,
I don't want to see my friend's wrinkly 50-year-old mother.
If she could do that, I don't think she'd be wrinkly. And even if she was,
you
like
don't know
I said,
that?
I don't think pole dancing
skin.
Because you made a joke
roots.
earlier, I would probably pole dance if somebody wouldn't look at me like, nigga, you are fucking weird. Because
skin crinkles, skin droops.
All core, straight core. Imagine working your core, your upper and your lower body on a fucking pole. It's just listen. All it is cardio. It's an art. And it is fucking difficult. It is not sexual until you start taking your clothes off. Then it's not pole dancing anymore. It is stripping.
And if you want that, watch the movie Hustlers. No, I don't know.
I've never seen it. I'm so mad that we didn't buy it that day. But anyways, really though, before I stop my talking, because I do need to stop and get water because I forgot to grab it. I do want to say, if we are gonna be offended by anything in that performance, it should be by J Balvin and the way that he was all fucking beat while he was dancing with J-Lo. Like, you get to dance with J-Lo and you're all fucking beat. You have the goddamn old dance.
How you Latino?
And not be on beat. Like, you're behind J-Lo and you're not moving your hips on beat and to your own song! Sorry, I'm gonna have to lower that. But, like, to your own song, you are off beat. That's what we should be offended by.
J-Lo has since received a lot of criticism because of this halftime performance. I don't know if you heard, but a lot of people were talking about her daughter and the children being in cages.
Honestly, until 5 minutes ago, I didn't even notice kids in cages.
And they said that it's a political statement representing...
Keep talking, I'm gonna go grab a water.
A political statement representing the things that are happening at the border. And if that's the case, then that's fine. Because I feel like that's relevant to what's going on, one. And then two, it's her performance. And three,
Sure.
it's I feel like it's still cultural. Because who's at the border right now? Latino, Hispanic people.
In the performance, it's not proving a point, but it's making a statement.
Yeah, and if it feels some type of way, then it's doing its job.
And honestly, that's where I will be like, those who supported the current president are probably the ones who have something to say.
Yep.
Because all I saw when you played that back, all I saw was we are free as birds in the United States. Like, I saw it a totally different way.
Oh, and also the fact that she had the Puerto Rican flag and she was singing "Born in the USA."
On the other side was the American flag.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, you saw that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that a lot of people were talking about that too.
Hold on.
They are Americans.
I'm sorry. I have a question.
We're not in school.
I understand. For those not watching YouTube, my hand was up. Am I fucked up?
Yes.
Or is Puerto Rico still a part of the United States?
That's what I just said, yeah.
Okay, all right. So who was offended? Why are we offended by it? That's the same thing as me putting my state flag on the other side of an American flag. It's part of the. Somebody needs to kick these fucking dumb fucks right in the face.
Speaking of dumb fucks, in other news, Donald Trump has been acquitted for all his charges.
I have no response. I plead the fifth. Pass. Next subject.
No, I only.
Oh, but you know what? Like, hold on. So, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
What did you? Because I want to go back. I want to go back to the daughter.
Okay.
What did you think about that? Besides
The daughter?
Yeah, but that her performing. What did you think about that? Besides the whole cage thing.
Really like that J-Lo is starting to bring her daughter out and having her perform.
Mm-hmm.
I watched her a video, another performance video when she was like helping her daughter out, like overcome her fear and like help her perform on stage. And I just think I think it's good. I think it's great.
I loved it. I loved every second.
I loved it. I loved it.
I got like goosebumps because like with my son, I don't know. Like people don't obviously know a lot about it because like I don't put it all out there. But I have a song with my son, and he'll be like, "Oh, I like this beat," and I'm like, "Oh, you want to write?" And he's like, "Yeah," and then he'll write stuff down. And then when he was like 6, I was like, "All right, here, say this," and then I helped him learn how to like. So seeing that, I was like, "Oh, I love this so much." Like it's like a family bonding moment, and it's family friendly, and it's Super Bowl, and she's performing, and she was good.
Yeah, she was.
She was good.
The only thing that I'm kind of like a little hesitant on, which J-Lo has been in the game for a while, so if J-Lo is fine with it, then I'm sure then it's okay. I think that her daughter is a little too young to be.
Yeah, but I don't think not that I know J-Lo, like I met her in passing type shit, but like I don't think J-Lo would be the type to be like, no, you're doing this. You know, like I don't think she would push it.
That's what I'm saying. Like J-Lo's been in the game for a while, so I feel like J-Lo knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I would put a child out that young.
Yeah, but it's hard. It's hard with kids because it's like you want to be like, no, because I did this when I was young and I wish I didn't. You're gonna thank me later, but it's also like I should trust what your judgment is too.
Or even like I should experience this for myself and make my own decisions.
Yeah. Because sometimes no matter how hard, even now. No matter how hard my mom tries, sometimes I'm still like, nah, I'm gonna do it my way. I'm gonna do it this way, even though you have already surpassed this year of your life, you know. So sometimes they just gotta let them do their thing. Well, I think J-Lo probably knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
All in all, I thought that was fucking beautiful.
Okay, so Trump has been acquitted from all charges that has come up for his impeachment.
What's worse about that? I mean, not worse. I mean, equally fucked up is the whole Nancy Pelosi ripping the fucking documents and everyone's losing their shit. Y'all are mad that she ripped up the speech or whatever at the end, but you're not mad at what he was doing. You serious? Like,
a lot of people were feeling some type of way about his speech after too. Like, what? Because he wasn't really apologizing or anything. He was just putting the blame on other people still. Like,
yeah. Because in his head, he got away with it. And when children like that get away with stuff, they're never going to be like, you know what? I learned that I can't keep this behavior up. He's a fucking narcissist.
But I didn't bring it up for this reason.
Do you hear that? I hear choppers. Is that SWAT? They're coming for us.
I didn't bring it up for that reason. I brought it up because I was having a conversation with one of my professors and one of my classmates who was talking about Trump getting acquitted.
Yeah.
And she said that she's honestly scared because ever since Trump got elected, she feels that more people think it's okay to come out and be outwardly racist towards other people now. And she's scared, like, when she gets stopped by the cops, she's especially scared now.
Yeah.
Because
Now,
of the track record of things that
I have a
were going
question.
on. Go ahead.
Don't look at me like a fucking psycho. This is a serious question.
Okay.
Do you think that Donald J. Trump is a racist?
Yes.
Okay. Why?
Because of what he is doing with immigrants.
Okay. Solely just based off of that.
Yeah.
Okay. Just was wondering. I just had a question that needed to be answered. I'm not arguing. He's racist.
And
He's
the
a fucking
comments
racist.
that he makes
Listen,
as well. Like,
you can go
towards-
back and watch like documentaries on that man's life and see. It's just what baffles me is like how a man who is married to a woman who literally
is not from.
has an accent. Therefore, that means she's probably not from this country, right? How can you treat people with the same status or a different status, technically, than your wife?
You know what? You know what gets me? You know what really gets me?
I need to know what gets you.
How is it that people who weren't originally born in this country support Trump? But I'm not going to get into that right now.
You know what?
That's just like a whole... What the hell?
I don't know what that was. That's a whole. That's a whole.
that really just baffles me. But that's just like a whole other thing. I really just wanted to focus on this conversation that I had with my professor and one of my classmates because like I thought it was really interesting. How do you feel about it?
I honestly try not to focus on stuff like that because I have a constant thought that living in fear will put me in danger. I try to just drive down the street and not be like, oh, I'm not gonna get pulled over or I'm gonna get fucking pulled over. Like I try not to, don't get me wrong. I know that every single person, I'm not even, predominantly black people, yeah, but I know that every single person doing something wrong, doing illegal shit on a daily, they never do nothing wrong. If a cop pulls up behind them, they're looking in their fucking rear view constantly. It's just, it's a force of habit, especially since we always see that shit, like, they just be pulling people over for no reason. Mm-hmm. Like, I've had a cop literally pull me over. I passed him, and then 5 minutes later, he comes flying down the road and pulls me over. He's like, it looked like you weren't wearing a seatbelt down the road. I was like, nigga, what? I was like, shut the fuck up. Like, I dead looked at him, and I was like, well, I always wear my seatbelt. My brother died in a car accident not wearing a seatbelt, and he was like, I'm gonna go run your license. I'll be right back. Okay, you have a good day. Drive safe. I was like, you just pulled me over because you want a quota. But like, anyways, my point is like, I already try not to focus on that. Like I don't like going into stores. I'll see people watching me, but I just act how I always act. I don't be like, oh man, they're watching me again. I just smile and keep it moving. And if I have an interaction where I have to deal with somebody who's accusing me of something, I'll handle it appropriately. So personally, that my thought doesn't go there. But I do know that I don't know. I do agree 100% that him being in office, especially with the way he's outwardly, like, he has no filter, and there's clearly no one in that fucking Oval Office like, who the fuck keeps giving that man a cell phone? Like, I just feel like in the past even for me, for me, like, I am a no stream, not a goddamn soul really gives a fuck about my music. I be doing it myself, and I still filter what I put on the internet.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand who is not. Where is there's a man who has a job that he fired him. He did. He must have.
That's what I was gonna say.
He must have fired him. He must have been like, you're fired.
What I was gonna say was I think that we're very fortunate.
The United States, they love me. You're fired.
No, we don't.
Listen,
A good handful of us don't. Which is why you go out and vote. It's very important for you to go out and vote.
Let me tell you now.
But
yes, we can. If you don't believe me, look back in history. Yes, we did.
What I said during this conversation was we are very fortunate to be living in a state that happens.
Yeah, my breath.
We are very fortunate to be living in a state where our cops aren't reckless. Like
our state. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Because down south, for some reason, down south didn't get the same memo that up north got, where it's like, hey, black people ain't slaves no more.
We're free now.
They still like, I don't understand. Like you go down, you still, hey boy, what you looking at, boy? And you're just like, what?
You stepping on my property?
You looking at my Sally Mae? Sally Mae likes black dick. I don't know if you know that.
Scandal. But no, I am not too worried about like cops or anything like that.
Yeah, not really.
But if I was to go down south or something like that, then I might be like. I might be a little more hesitant.
I ain't going down south.
Well, I want to go to Texas. I want to live in Texas.
Oh, I gotta go to Texas. I have no choice. Okay. You know what's worse? I gotta go to...
Should I write your...
prescription for my dementia? Yeah.
No. I was going to say, should I write your obituary now?
Well, because I gotta go to where the border is at. That's where I'm going.
Oh.
So... what's gonna happen? I'm either gonna get nagger or Mexican. Like either way, like the way that I look, it could go either way. I'm not getting. Yeah, exactly. There's no way in fuck that I'm gonna get. Hey, fellas, nice to see you. Like no. I know I'm either getting told to go back on the other side of the fence or to go.
You're on the wrong side.
Go back. They're gonna be like, you need to go back to your country or come pick this cotton. Either way, it's not gonna be funny for me.
No, but it's not something that I'm really worried about. But I was listening to a podcast coincidentally this morning, and they were talking about like.
Did theirs come out on Friday too? Did they come out in the afternoon on Friday or like midnight on Friday or?
No, I don't think it came out on Friday. I don't know when it came out. I think it was old, like January. But coincidentally, like they were talking about getting pulled over by cops.
No podcast.
And
you don't want to shout them out?
I honestly don't remember. I can look it up later. But
we won't let you know later. It won't be in the description probably.
No, I was honestly trying to look for it, but I couldn't find it anymore. Because it's Black History Month, they have like all these black podcasts out.
Oh, yeah, you just scrolling. Gotcha.
Yeah. So I scrolled and I clicked one, and they were talking about if you get pulled over by a cop, what you should say and what you should do. And when I was listening to that gave me some anxiety. I'm not gonna even lie. I was like, ooh, this is making me a little nervous.
My dad, my dad shared posts or some shit where it was exactly that. It was like if you are a person of color and you get pulled over, you put your hands on, take your wallet out, take your registration out before the cop comes, roll down your window this much, put your hands on the wheels and don't take them off the wheels, except for when they ask for registration and license, which should already be on your dashboard. Like he sent that to me, and like I read it and I just kind of like I skimmed through it and read it because I already know that stuff. But like I thought about how I was like, my father's white. That must be shitty for him to have to think about what his child has to worry about because his child is a person of color. You know what I'm saying? So
I think
But those
for
are facts.
any
parents, yeah, no, for any parent it's sucky, but it's like you know that he has to go out of his element. Like my dad doesn't have to worry as much as like my mom would if my mom drove. But like I'm just saying, like, so I'm saying like he had to go out of his element to realize that he has to worry about, because my dad is hip on what's going on with black people and cops and shit.
Oh, he's hip.
He's hip. I told you, my dad went black and he never went back. He loves. I'm gonna shut the fuck up now. I'm just gonna shut the fuck up about my dad and his black women. I'm just telling you that one saying that is true is definitely that. You can't
So
find it?
also what I'm trying to find it.
I don't,
But also,
don't worry about it right now.
well, I want to show you later.
Okay.
Also,
So don't worry about it now.
also what we brought up in the conversation, or what my teacher brought up in the conversation. My professor is white, and her daughter, I don't know what her daughter is, but
She's not white.
she's not white. And she told us the story that her daughter got hit by her car as she was crossing the street, and the car just continued driving. And she spoke to she spoke to her daughter, and she was like, "Did you call the cops?" And her daughter was like, "No, I don't want to," because she was genuinely scared that something was going to happen if she had called the cops.
To her.
Yes, to her. And I think that's
crazy.
crazy
That's
for the
crazy.
simple fact that cops were put in place to protect and serve. Why is it that we are not protecting and serving? One, well, we are, but like why are we making it so that people of color are afraid
to have you help them?
Yes.
See, the thing is, like, all right, here's my problem. It's not that some cops, and I believe it is probably a very small percentage, are just assholes. There's some dirty cops, asshole cops, fucked up, just trigger happy, right? But I feel like there's a good amount of even maybe black cops that they feed into that stereotype. So it's like they genuinely are doing, like, they're genuinely think they are doing the right thing when they, you know what I'm saying? Like when they shoot.
Mm.
Like they're like, oh, I was in fear from. What I think is wrong is that a lot of the cops get away with it.
Yeah, they get
That's
acquitted.
that's the problem. Also, I think I don't know if I am quoting this right, and if I'm wrong, someone can correct me. But I have a friend. We have a friend. I mean, I don't know if he's your friend, but I have a friend
I don't know
who
what you're
is
talking about.
he's a cop.
You're gonna have to tell me about this friend later.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, my friend who is a cop, I was talking to him, and I was like, "Don't you shoot for the knees?" He's like, "No, you don't. We're not trained to shoot to disable."
I think you told me this, or someone told me
And
this.
I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I don't, honestly, if I was a cop, I wouldn't listen to that. Like, in training, I'd be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna shoot to kill. But in real life, I would shoot to disable, because why? You know how me personally, you know how I would feel if I was a cop and I thought somebody had a gun and I shot them and they ain't had no gun and they died. I would kill myself. That would be the end of my existence as we know it. Like, I couldn't do that. So if I'm right, I also disagree with that aspect where it's like, why are you not going to the tasers or the baton or shooting to disable first? Now, also remember eons ago when I was a child that you did not shoot until there was like an immediate threat. Like there was a gun in your face and you actually thought they were going to pull the trigger.
Oh, he's reaching.
Yeah, right. Like
his hand is in the dashboard. His hand is in the glove compartment.
Did you ever see? This was years ago, but there was a video of this woman in the car with her husband.
That was a big thing,
bro. That's one of my things where it's like black person in the car. they're already doing something illegal, and I just feel like maybe it's a mixture of asshole and just feeding into the stereotype of black people shooting. But like, to be fair, all you're doing is being counterproductive at them. If you're genuinely you just think like, okay, ooh, black people shoot cops. Black people don't like cops. Well, sir, black people don't like cops because you keep shooting them. So all we're doing is going around in a fucking circle, and it's like black people don't like cops because cops keep shooting black people. So in turn, black people keep shooting. It's never gonna fucking end. But it's like, the real issue is they keep getting slaps on the wrist. That's where the real fucking problem lies. The real problem lies with the judges.
There's been
like,
so many cases.
or fucking like trying to hide it type shit.
There's been
like,
so many cases that are in public that we've
they
seen.
They have body cams now, bro.
That we've seen where cops are like, oh yeah, he just got suspended for like a few months.
Yeah, we want to let the people of Oklahoma know that Officer Dan has been suspended for a week for shooting Tyrone in the back 12 times.
Like, what? What? How is that justice? Even if
Tyrone
bad. No, even if Tyrone had a gun and he was like, yo, I'm gonna shoot this fucking cop, and it was all on the body cam, I still think that a cop, after shooting someone, needs to take time off. You need to take time off. Because no human being should be able to just go back to work, go back to regular life after fucking killing a person.
Go ahead.
That's how we end up with fucking police that beat their wives.
What?
Yes, because they go home, they go back to work like nothing happened, and they're not dealing with that shit.
Yeah.
So then they go home and they take it out on their fucking wives and their kids and shit. And that's how you end up with those fucked up asshole cops. Because now they're so fucked up, and the same as a soldier. Like, you're fucking these people up, and you're not even giving them the appropriate shit to adjust to what the fuck just happened. So in general, whether it's a justified kill, like if by the books you did everything right, you waited till you saw the gun, you tried to ask him to stop, you shot him in the leg, and that motherfucker was on the ground with the gun to you, and then you shot to kill, you still should take some time off. You probably should still take 2 weeks off, get your shit together, and then come back to work. If you feel okay, go to therapy. Like, I know they have, you know what? I'm gonna take back that I know. On Law and Order, they have them go to the counselor in the precinct.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing that they probably do that in real life too. Well, I don't know. That's a show. I do know that
I don't understand why they just get the slap in the wrist. I don't. Because like I said, we've seen so many cases
where it's just like, you could say it's fucked up.
It's
fucked up, bro. Sorry. Just have to raise a fist for the fallen soldiers. All the hustlers out in the street, they're just trying to get by. Feed their babies. Their babies. It was all a dream. I'm so fucked up. Stupid. Alright, my bad. Nah, but you know what? My question though to that whole, like, why was she your professor's daughter? Like,
why did she not
prior experience, ever seen something like that, or just watching like what's been going on? Just watching
what's been going on. And like, we don't know where she was, because she could have been down south, where,
true,
like we said, people are reckless. They
would have been like, well, you shouldn't have had your black ass in the middle of the street then, should you have?
You don't know how to look both ways.
Like, sorry, but can we go get this fixed? Can we get this arm fixed before we call me a black person? Thank you.
But yeah, I don't really know the full extent of the situation. Like, I don't know where she was or like what was going on, but I just think it was because of what's going on in the media and what we've seen and heard. And that's the case for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And for a lot of parents as well. Like they are genuinely scared because of they're afraid that their kid is going to get shot by a cop.
Yeah. No, I feel that.
There's so many people who are like, I'm scared for you to start driving, and they feel like they have to have the talk if you get pulled over by a cop. Why do we have to have this talk? Why do we have to have this talk?
That's
if
like,
you ever get
like,
pulled
now you
over
gotta
by
have
a
the
cop,
birds and the bees, and
then you gotta have the
blacks and the
cops.
PDs. I like no.
Why?
Black and PDs. No. I don't know.
Work on it.
I'll work on that.
But why do we have to have this conversation? It shouldn't be a conversation.
It really should not. Wow.
Like, can you imagine yourself? Can you imagine yourself having that?
I'm sorry, but at the moment, I can't identify as a black man if I have these ashy ass elbows. Like, actually, I have ashy elbows. Like, I don't know how that happened.
Can you imagine yourself having this conversation with your son?
You know what's crazy? I can't, because I think I mentioned this before. He's like less than black,
and
he
I've
doesn't-
seen cases like that as well. And I think
I don't think he would get it.
it's not a thing on you.
I don't
But
know.
I think it's,
You know where he grows up.
I do. I don't think it's a thing on you, but I'm saying like other people. I've heard, my mom in particular. There's a lady that she talks to here and there, who fosters a boy of color, and she doesn't believe that there's racism
Because she's not racist.
And
that's why. It's like, well,
I don't know why, but
that's probably why.
That's
That's
probably
why my son would probably be like, oh, I'm this is how I was raised. Why wouldn't they see me? They don't see you like that because they don't know you.
Yeah.
All they can.
But the thing is like
outside shit.
He's believing what she believes, but I'm like,
is he a person of color?
He's a person of color.
Oh, he's dark.
No, he's probably
Oh, he's nice. Okay.
Maybe a little darker. But anyway,
I don't know why that matters. It doesn't matter how dark he is.
It doesn't.
It don't.
But he believes that there isn't any racism either, and I'm like, you are probably like in middle school, high school, and you're telling me that you haven't had a racist experience yet.
You haven't
had a racist comment.
Not one person has looked at you funny. Not one.
But
I'd be walking down the street, like I'd be walking in the market, and I'd be like, "Ooh, well, old white lady." I'm not intimidated, and by any means am I intimidating. But even I'm like, let me back up from this white woman, the old white lady, because they're the ones that have the bigger problem.
But like, I would hate for that experience to come up, and he doesn't know how to deal with it because he doesn't. He doesn't understand.
And you know what's crazy? I've seen like movies where that has happened, and it went bad because like to them they're just like, oh, I'm just trying to talk, and the cops are like, no, he's trying to kill us. Like
Emmett Till.
Oh, that was really bad.
Yeah, but his story is. Well, I'm sure everyone knows that story.
They should.
But
he
had the impression that like that was okay.
He didn't do nothing. I'm gonna see. He didn't do nothing. Not nothing. No.
But
I'm sorry.
He had the impression that whistling
was okay.
Was okay.
Yeah. We could. I don't know. Like, you know what my question, here's my question. And it's not that I'm ignorant. I understand. I'm not ignorant. I'm just going to say that. I just want to know, like, how? I want to know, like, Is it, have we, like, were we just like, hey, look, more people, and the white people were like, oh shit, you're different, I'm better than you, and then that's how that, we were just like, oh, you want us to come with you? Yeah, no problem, we made new friends, and we were just stupid. Like, how the fuck did it happen?
How did what happen?
Like, I want to know the first white person that looked at a black person, you know what, I had a thought, I'll say this thought after. I want to know the first person that looked at a black person and was like, they are less than me. They should be my slaves. But I just want to understand how it brought it to that. Because like I get it now. You see the afterwards, like you see how, and you're like, oh yeah, no, I can see why because people are taught to not like black people and all. But why? Where did it come from? Like it had, like where did it stem from? And it was, you know what, it probably, like, the random thought that I just have, because in my head, I'd be on, like, a train with, like, my head be fucked up. But, like, I was just, like, it was probably some black dude that was mad at another black dude, and he, like, somehow convinced the white person that the black dude wasn't shit, and they were, like, for punishment for stealing my woman, you gonna pick this cotton. And then the white person was like, yo, we should get more of these things because
actually doing something useful.
Because this is the fastest I've ever gotten the cotton pick. And then some other white person came and they were like, who are you looking at? And then it just became this big thing. And then all of a sudden racism.
No, but like colonization happened.
But colonization happened with more than just African Americans.
Yeah.
But like, what singled us out were they went on a boat and they put us in the boat and they was like, come on, I work over here for free and I'm gonna whip you every now and then. Like, what? Like, where did and nobody else? You know what I'm saying? Like, was it not Native Americans that were here first? They're not. They're dead. They're dead. That's right. They weren't. That's
the white people killed them off a while ago.
That's because they were such a threat that they couldn't control them. They were like, okay, well, we can't have you as slaves. And, you brought full circle back to the fucking Super Bowl. Honestly, that was funny. That means be funny, and I can't wait to send that to somebody. I'm just waiting for the appropriate message to send that to somebody. I'm just, but without sound, so that it's like sexual. Okay. You get it? You get it? Okay. Yeah. All right. Cool. Oh yeah. All right. Okay. Sorry, I had to take a swig of this water or my throat would be
burning.
My throat is burning. My head is hurting. Dude, I'm fucking tired, dude. I be up too early now. I be going to bed at like...
You're tired?
I know, but like, I be going to bed at like 9 p.m. now for some reason. I don't know why. And I'd be up at like 6 in the morning. I'm like, for what? I don't work for another 6 hours. God damn.
Go back to sleep.
And I try and it don't work. I just be
no, I'm still up.
It's a fucking it's the dog. I'm babysitting my mom's dog, and my mom's dog likes to go to the bathroom at like 5 in the morning because that's when my mom wakes up all the time. And I'm just like, bitch, we are on different schedules.
Your mom is on vacation, so you should be too.
Word, like, bitch, go to sleep. Go to sleep.
I also back to what we were talking about.
My bad. Sorry. I told you I am on a train that takes 5 different paths, but it still gets to the same point eventually.
You'll find a way to bring it right back.
I do. Even if I have to say, back to what I was saying.
I think it's unfortunate that even like our movies, our shows, our literature is based off of racist cops and stuff too.
What do you mean?
Like a lot of the movies, a lot of episodes on TV, all you see is the person who got shot by a cop. And like it's bringing awareness to the situation, but I'm like also kind of like, why is this a thing that we have to see again? Like,
Yeah.
why is it something that is reoccurring?
Sometimes we gotta not let it go. That not by any means is that what I meant to say. But sometimes we have to remember that the people that are involved or affected or killed and victimized are people, and there are other people connected to those people who can also see the shit that you are putting online. So like, I'm not talking about movies and shit. I'm talking about like social media. When you reshare things, like, we got to do a better job being conscious of someone's mother can probably see this, and they have to see this over and over and over again. Like, social media has like really fucked up people's views of life in general. But I have a whole there's a whole plan that only, I mean, I don't know, I think I told you I have a written down plan that my closest friend, my oldest friend, I will say, the friend I've had the longest, knows that there is a certain way that I need things to go, and every single girl that I'm involved with at the time gets told the same thing. If I die young, if I die before my parents, I need this to go this way. Pause. I need this to go this way so that my parents and my child could find out that I'm dead before fucktard reshares that or posts it up on fucking Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to find out that way.
Yeah.
And I think it's fucked up. I think it's fucked up. Honestly, we gotta stop doing that shit. There's a difference between bringing awareness and speaking for the people, and then just resharing a fucking news clip and being like, "Wow, fucked up." There's a difference. We should be doing a better fucking job at how we express our awareing peopleness. No, that was I started so strong. I started so strong, and then I died at the end. Anyways.
Anyway.
But back to it, because I'm sorry I cut you up. What about the movies and shit?
So, like, I saw a TV show, like that I said, and a person had an altercation with a cop.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, whoa, I'm sorry. Like, then there's people who get shot by cops.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's, have you seen American Son on Netflix?
No, but I seen the clip that you.
It was good. It was good.
I seen the clip that you sent.
I wasn't mad about it, you know, but it was a good movie. But that movie in particular had to do with cops, racism, and black people, young black people and stuff. So like, I feel like it's just always around us, and I'm like, why?
Sometimes I like when I watch movies, and like I have to remind myself that it's a movie and it has to be this way to make certain points. But sometimes I be watching stuff and I'm just like, you ain't have to act like you over exaggerating it. This man is asking what you're like. That in that instance, I'm sure there's you only sent me one clip. So for the American Boy, right?
American Son.
Sorry.
If you haven't seen it, it's on Netflix. It's really good.
For that instance, I didn't judge that. I was just like, oh, that was okay, all right. I like what she said. But sometimes, especially in movies, I've seen the whole movie, and it's just like the cop's like, so what does your son look like? And like, I'm gonna say exactly like that one part. I won't say too much. Where he's like, does he have any marks on his body that we can use to identify him? And she went straight to face tattoos and gang affiliate. Like I feel like sometimes it's super exaggerated. But like I get it that it needs to be made a point. But sometimes I'm just like, ain't nobody said that. You made it about race. This man's trying to find your baby. And you was over here talking about he ain't got no teardrop on his eye.
No, but in that movie in particular.
No, that's why. Because like I said, you only sent me a clip, so I wasn't judging it off of that. I was just using that part because that's what I could think of right now. But like some movies, they be doing that. I'm just like, what? Like you're like, hey man, you want to go play some basketball? Cause I'm black. No, because there's a basketball court next door to my house. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes it's like, what the fuck? And also because you're 6 foot and black. Yeah, I need a center.
Okay.
Yo, one of the videos at work, I don't know if you still were there before, but like when they had it, one of the videos at work of I'm sorry, it was only it's my training. That wouldn't be your training. They were like, can you tell me what whatever his name did wrong? And the white guy was like to the black dude, was like, oh yeah, you should come out and play basketball. We really need someone your size. He's like, oh, I'm terrible at basketball. He's like, oh no, you saw that? I died the entire time. I was so uncomfortable that I laughed so hard because in my head I looked at that man and no offense, I could tell he didn't play basketball. like I was like, you must not be a basketball fan. Like you don't watch the NBA if you can't tell that man does not play basketball. Not at all. No. He looked like he played chess competitively. He did. He looked exactly like He looked exactly like him. Yes, he did. And I know for a fact that I know anyone else who listens to this that knows where we worked will have had the same opinion. It reminded them of him too.
I love that man.
Oh, I love him.
Anyway, wrapping this up, what is your takeaway? What's your Q-tip?
I hate when you do that. I fucking hate when you do that.
Keep it short.
Do you know?
Yeah.
Listen. Remember how earlier I made a joke and I text you and I was like 2020 goal. Have someone be like, oh shit, it's the short guy from Q-Tip and the short guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's annoying actually. It's actually annoying, but it's friends. So like that's why it's annoying. But people be like, "What's up, short guy?" And I'm like, well, "Fuck yourself." I just want to let you know, like, yo, like, like the cop, my cop friend. All the time he does that. I'm like, yo, fuck you. Yeah, but it's funny because like we have that back and forth. Like I call him officer. Even when he's not like working. So he's like, hey, short guy. And I'm just like, you know what? I don't actually think that's funny. No. But then again, that means they're watching. Because there's been a
I was like, who's watching?
Yo.
Big Brother's watching?
Everyone, always. When I'm in the shower, I'm afraid to wash my hair. Because I might open my eyes and find someone. You don't know that song? Michael Jackson and whoever. I always feel like. No. Anyways, so the point I was making was like, there's people that be like, oh, short guy, blah blah blah, and I'm like, damn, I didn't know you watched that or listen to us.
They're like, no, I was just saying
no, I just follow you on Instagram. Oh yeah, or that. They were like, nah, I was just making a point. You short. You didn't know you short? I had no idea. Anyways. So again, hate when you say, what's your Q-tip? But let me keep it short. Racism sucks. Do better at bringing awareness. J-Lo and Shakira are amazing. And when I'm that old, I will be lucky if I am able to make it to the bathroom on time.
You can make it to the bathroom when you're 50.
You don't know my body. You don't know what I can't do already, right?
You can't make it to the bathroom, man.
Yo, you have no idea. When I be waking up at 2 a.m. and I'm laying there and I'm like, shit, gotta go. I got pee.
Oh my gosh, we can have this conversation after. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment on the video, share it to your friends. Subscribe to our podcast channels, Q-Tip and the Short Guy on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, all the podcast streaming websites.
Do you remember the other thing that you said you were going to tell me when we were done?
Yeah, about the podcast.
No, it was something else. You were like, I'll tell you later. Fuck! We got to go back and listen. All right, I'm out. Bye.
I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George, I hop in the Porsche, it's 5 and a horse, I'm ready for war, I'm coming for throats, to turn to a ghost, I need to know everything.